What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be getting a little bit technical on you guys, right? Going over a follow-up strategy, or rather, a way to automate your follow-ups completely so that you can book calls from cold email on autopilot, right? We've all been ghosted by a prospect after they responded positively. There's no worse feeling in the world than saying, someone says, hey, let's hop on a call, and then you don't hear back from them for a week, right? I'm going to show you how to set up a subsequence inside of your sending tool that will automatically roll out drip follow-ups to them until they book. You don't have to touch a thing, right? So I will also be showing you how to set up Calendly pre-call automations so that once the call is booked, the prospect is constantly nurtured up until the point of a call. So not only are you booking more meetings, there's more people showing up to the meetings that you booked. So real quick, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christian. I go by CB Writes Copy on Twitter, YouTube, and now TikTok. And I have written cold emails for the past 3 years and have generated more than 7 figures in sales for myself and my clients. All I ask that you do in return for watching my channel and all the value I provide is subscribe. So drop a subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, and let's get into the video, guys. Thanks. All right, here's how to book more meetings from cold email, hands-free, and how to make sure that people actually show up to the calls that you book. So first things first, I use SmartLead for cold email. It's the best sending tool on the market, in my opinion. Works incredibly well. The founder is really cool. But also I'm going to show you how to do in this video is how to set up a auto basically drip sequence for when somebody responds positively to your cold email, right? So let's say someone says, yes, sure, let's hop on a call. All you're going to do is go over here to subsequence, click on add subsequence, mark the lead as interested. You can do this for out of office or anything like that, information request. Mark them as interested and then, set a delay. Say you want it to go out 2 days later. So now, instead of following up manually every single time with someone who wants a call, all you do is mark them interested, and you can set up a subsequence just like this, where it's like, hey, name, great, how does tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern work for a quick call? If not, you can select a time on my calendar here, right? And then hyperlink your calendar right here, like XYZ, right? So now they can click on it and book. And then the cool part about this is you can test variants. So like maybe here you like pitch a call the next day, or maybe you say like, hi, first name, great, what are a few times over the next few days that work for a call on your end. So you can literally A/B test inbox management strategies and see which of these does best. If you get ghosted, follow up step a day later and say, hi, first name, is tomorrow a better time to discuss XYZ over a quick call? I have 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern open. Let me know what works with you. Now, granted, you might, like if you're sending 1 to 3 out every day of the week, you might not actually be free at those times. That's when you can just kind of play around with it. Once the prospect answers, you can reach back out and say, oh, actually 3 is booked, let's do 4, right? This is just doing the inbox management for you. You don't need to hire anybody. You don't need to do it yourself. It's all automated. Plus, one more thing is you want to leave the subject line blank here, because if you leave it blank, it'll just thread it in the existing conversation that you have, and it's not like a disconnect where the original conversation's here and the follow-ups are in a new thread. It's all in the same thread. And all you're going to want to do is literally follow up into infinity, like another mail, wait 2 days. Thoughts on this? First name, just recently, insert case study, still open to discussing how we can do the same for you, right? Oh, they're still not answering. In this case, the good part here is with a cold outreach sequence, you want to stop following up at like 4 or 5 emails so you don't spam them. But for this case, they've already answered you. Follow up with them as many times as you need. Like you could set up a 20-step email cadence that goes out over like 3 or 4 months if you have to get them interested. Hit them with a little detective emoji if you want. Insert variables. I don't even know how to do an emoji on here actually. Detective emoji. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I use the detective emoji as a follow-up strategy. Works extremely well. Still not answering. You could be like, are you okay? Name, right? And then after the first couple, you really want to start spacing out the follow-ups over like 4 to 5 days. So like maybe you follow up 5 days later, and say, is now a better time to discuss XYZ? Or you could say like a couple days after that. So like 5 days after that, say, are you the right person to discuss XYZ? If not, let me know who might be, and I'll forward or I'll direct my emails to them, right? You get the point here. Follow up literally as many times as you have to until you get a response, and it's all automated. So once you save and next this, you're all set. So real quick, the way you actually mark someone as interested is you just go into your master inbox, click on a prospect, go over here, mark them as interested, and that automation will fire without you touching a thing, right? So that's how to get more calls on Autopilot. Once you have the call booked, you want to go make sure that you have Calendly workflows in place to make sure that people actually show up to the meeting. So say someone books for 3 days out, they're not going to remember your call. Like, as much as you think you're special, people probably won't remember that they booked in with you. They'd be like, who is this Christian kid that I'm on calendar with, right? Instead, to make sure you avoid that, you can set up a text confirmation to them. So as soon as they book, they get a text booking information to invitee, right? Send text. And I think you can edit what the text actually says. Like, you're scheduled for consultation on, Thursday at 4 p.m. with Christian, event organizer name, right? Save that. So right away they get a text confirmation, and that's already going to build a level of trust. And then after you set that up, you could do an email reminder to the invitee where 24 hours before the event starts, you send them an email and it says, hi Christian, this is a reminder that our event's tomorrow. Here's the Zoom link. Here's, what we're going to go over. Here's my VSL if you want to go over that and just prepare for the call, right? So now you have a confirmation and a 24-hour reminder set up. And then one more thing you could do. Where is it? You could do a text reminder to the invitee an hour beforehand. So now they're getting a text confirmation as soon as they book. An email confirmation 24 hours before, or a text confirmation 24 hours before, and then an email confirmation an hour before the call. So you're hitting them up 3 different times before the call even takes place to make sure that they arrive on time, they come prepared, they learn more about your business, and you're ready for a really, really qualified call. So just to recap here, guys, before I wrap up, the smart lead automations are going to make sure that if you get a positive response, the call gets booked in with the prospect automatically because it's following up 20 times in a row automatically without your input. And then once they book, you come here into Calendly, play around with these different things like booking confirmation to invitee, email reminder to invitee, text confirmation reminder to invitee. So right when they book, they get a text from you. 24 hours ahead of time, they get an email. And then an hour before, you can just say, hey, we're live in an hour. Are you still good to go? Right? So this is going to get you more calls booked from cold email. This is going to make sure that the calls that do book show up and they're ready to go and they know what to expect. And yeah, that's just going to help you close more deals on Autopilot for your business. So hopefully this helped. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more stuff just like this, and I will see you all on the next video. Thanks.